Cancer, welcome to Third Eye Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the second half of February 2022, or from whenever you find this message. Let's get started. Hey Spirit, please read messages for Cancer's highest good. Thank you. Let's get one overall theme from the Wild Unknown archetype for Cancer, as per usual. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. We'll take that one. It hit first. And it is the Temple. Page 141. When we think of the temple, we often envision an architectural structure in a far-off land. We are quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming we must expend much effort in order to arrive there. Yet the temple is a universal and omnipresent energy, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest of places. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest, slowly and sensuously kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inward. This card is a call to re-examine what you pay homage to and what you reject. What do you spend your time worshiping? Your phone, money, material goods? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? Perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, something surprising. Offer it to the heavens. So that reminds me of reverence, deep reverence, finding that sacred center within the self. Let's open with Ethereal Visions for Cancer. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. So the Six of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. This could be receiving some sort of a monetary gift. So money and assistance. This is a charity situation pictured here. This could also, for me as a reader, if we're speaking about relationships, deciding who's a good investment and who is not. Who's a good investment of your time, your energy, that sort of thing. This also can be someone who's just giving you little tiny bits, like, breadcrumbing, quote unquote. So let's get messages for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Could be a gift of money, though. So 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and the first two cards hitting are the 3 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Interesting. It's like manifesting out of heartbreak. With the 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, this is clearly, these are very painful energies. 3 swords and a heart, and this person has literally 10 swords in his back. So it's been like a long, drawn out process of heartbreak. And it's like with the Ace of Wands, it's like we're trying to break out of that energy. Ace of Wands is a passionate, brand new something elsewhere, or just bringing passion back into your life in general, like healing your broken heart, your betrayed heart here. Messages for Cancer, please. It just brings me back to this card, the Temple, and like seeking that temple within yourself, healing that broken heart so you can find passion. Again, just in life in general, it doesn't have to be with another person. You have the Sun coming next. That's beautiful. That talk about like rebirth energy. Oh, wow. Bottom of the deck right now as I'm shuffling is the Artist. So this is unique to this deck, and see how many cards there are. But this is unique to this deck. It's not in any other deck, and this is obviously, as it states, somebody who has artistic inclinations in one form or another. That can be in any of the genres. So, I mean, we're all creative to some degree, right? Yeah, so with the sun, though, coming out next, this is absolutely healing energy. It feels good. It feels, like that she's pouring this sun energy down onto that broken heart. We'll see what comes out. Just definitely feels like you're lifting out of, it's like a lift off from a place of feeling broken. Perhaps you find this passion in some creative endeavor with that artist card. Messages for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles on the other side of the sun. So this is 2 very heavy energies that are bookending 2 very beautiful energies. Let's keep going for Cancer. Okay. King of Swords, 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands, with the Knight of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. In addition, there's anxiety over communication and an offer here. Temperance on the bottom of the deck. The 5 of Swords. This is dealing with somebody who's a backstabber. They don't care about your best interest. They just want to win. Okay, so it's cutthroat competitive energy with the 5 of Swords. It could be self-sabotage, absolutely, because we see here the 8 of Swords. And the sword, of course, in the tarot represents our mind. It represents our thoughts. And the 8 of Swords, you see she's loosely bound. She doesn't need to stay in those ropes. She has a blindfold over her eyes, like she doesn't want to see a situation clearly for what it is. It's known as the self-imposed mental prison because she's just keeping herself stuck. So yes, this could be self-sabotaging energy with this 5 of Swords, but the 5 of Swords can also mean someone external to you who doesn't care what they have to do to win. They just want to win. So that could mean they're going to lie about you or throw you under the bus in some kind of way. They're a gaslighter, they're a manipulator. It's terrible energy, 5 of Swords. The King of Swords right next to it, though, this is obviously the king of the mental realm, king of the mind. He's very clear. You think, look at his face. You're definitely not going to get this person to change their mind. This is known as a lawyer card for that reason. He makes head over heart decisions. He makes decisions based in reason and logic, that sort of thing. He's not emotional about it. He's known as the Ice King. And look, right above him is the 3 of Swords, like, directly above him. It's like this person is, it's almost like they're carrying that, and they're just getting very clear, though, about some manipulative things. But there's also this anxiety, this going back and, going around and around and around the head there, that anxiety energy about, I would say, some offer that has passion, but also stability. With the Knight of Pentacles, right above the Knight of Pentacles, though, is the 5 of Pentacles, and this is financial instability. This is feeling left out in the cold or literally struggling with the budget, like in poverty status, that kind of thing. Temperance over here on the bottom of the deck. This is angelic assistance. This is spirit assisting, bringing together 2 different energies, blending and fusing them together. You can think of, it's a process. It's a slow process. So there's divine timing with that. You can think of like a slow cooker energy. You put the ingredients in, and then hours and hours and hours later, voila, you have something beautiful. And it seems to be something that's emotionally based, right? With the 10 of Cups under it, absolutely bringing together like this harmonious relationship. But there's like this process on top of it. Like this Temperance energy requires patience. It's all about divine timing. Let's clarify with Rider Waite. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and as I was shuffling, I don't know if you noticed, it kept blowing, the wind kept blowing the cards up. So Queen of Pentacles is wife, mother energy in the tarot. This is also earth plane energy, so earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Doesn't have to be one of those signs, just mentioning it. But this is the mother, wife energy, you know, stable. Earth plane energy is very stable, takes care of the home, that kind of thing. It's almost like the feminine energy is causing that wave, right? That there was like this wave in the cards, this disturbance in the force, right? And as I was shuffling, and then she's on the bottom of the deck, that's kind of what it's feeling. Let's look at this Three of Swords, please, for Cancer. This heartbreak. Thank you. Wow. Okay, now we have another queen on the bottom of the deck. This is Queen of Wands energy, sexy queen. She's known as the mistress card sometimes. Perhaps somebody was giving here and giving there, you know, breadcrumbing, giving you just a little bit because they were also giving a little bit to somebody else, and it led to heartbreak here, Cancer. Because there we see the Six of Pentacles coming out again. And as you can see, this person, it's like they're just getting little bits. It's, you know, it's just a little bit. It's because they're focusing on another person too. It's like not just you, they're focusing over here too. So yeah, the Mistress card on the bottom of the deck, the Broken Heart, the Breadcrumbing card. Boom, boom, boom. You know, there you go. So the Ace of Wands, this is a passionate something. This is a bringing passion, brand new passionate beginning for something there. Wow. So it has something to do with money here, with Seven of Pentacles coming out and the Page of Pentacles on the bottom. So the Page is something small. It starts small, right? It's the youngest of the energies. It's not a knight, and it's certainly not a king, right? It's a page. So it could be a younger person too. There could be children involved with this. Or this is just a small initiation of something with that pentacle energy. That's something tangible that could grow with that Seven of Pentacles, right? So that's something you're passionate about, Cancer, here with the Ace of Wands is what we're clarifying. That is showing potential for growth. Now, with the Seven of Pentacles, again, this is another energy that's very similar to the Temperance, because you have to allow the process to happen. There's no rushing the river. It's a process. It's, you know, you can't force a flower to bloom. You have to just allow it to bloom. If you pull the petals open, it will die. So there's a definite like paused energy here. There's like this passion, but it's like kind of on pause. And maybe that's why we see this Eight of Swords down here, where somebody's just in this like mental prison. And like now that I look at this Five of Swords again, it's almost like this person's like trying to like just think on how to win here almost. But I know what the Five of Swords means. This Five of Swords person here with all of the swords has beaten out the competition. They're walking away defeated. He has all of the swords, but he's also alone. You know, it's represents somebody who's just a nasty person and ultimately ends up alone because nobody wants to be around them. You know, they're just, yeah. Let's clarify something happy, which is the Sun energy right here. This is a beautiful blessing. The Sun energy, please, for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Overall victory. Boom. There's something fated and destined. The Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck with the Six of Wands coming out to clarify the Sun, which is the most positive card in the deck, the Sun energy. And then this is victory. This is literally being celebrated by the town as well. Like this person has just rode back into town after being victorious in battle. And so the town people are like celebrating. So there's accolades connected to that card. It's being recognized by the public for something. There's something fated and destined here, Cancer. There's a turn of event energy here with this Wheel of Fortune, right? And overall victory with the Sun behind it. The Sun is like literally the most positive card in the deck. There would be no life without the Sun. So it's a blessing of all good things: money, good health, good fortune, Wheel of Fortune. It's you know, laughter and love and happiness and bliss and warm summer days. And you know what I'm saying? It's the Sun. There would be nothing without it. It's the most positive card, and you got victory on top of that, Cancer. Like, are you feeling me? That is amazing. You just had victory come out to clarify the Sun, as if you could get any more victorious. There's something fated here with that Wheel of Fortune. This is big energy showing up. So, like, let's look at this Five of Pentacles, though. You know, maybe perhaps there's, you know, a need to focus on healing within the self here. Five of Pentacles with that Three of Swords. It's like there might be abandonment issues to work through. There just is past old hurt and heartbreak that, you know, needs to be looked at. I say abandonment issues because the Five of Pentacles is feeling abandoned, feeling forgotten, feeling left out in the cold. You know, and so healing that within the self, perhaps that's why it's here. I don't know. Let's clarify. Why is the Five of Pentacles here in Cancer's reading? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, yeah. So the Five of Cups is coming out as well. So this is clearly telling me now. And look, seriously, like out of all these cards, this is what I was just saying. The Five of Cups is an energy of needing to let go of the past things that haven't worked out. Okay, so you see those cups that have spilled over. Those cups represent emotional investments, a relationship of some sort that didn't work. And it hurt and it sucked. And it really seriously hurt. But there is a need when this card shows up to let it go. Let it be water under that bridge right there, okay? Let it go with the river. Dry your cheeks, pick your chin up, pull your shoulders back, turn around, and voila, the Two of Cups right behind you, Cancer. So they're hammering this point home, though, because there might be inner issues to do with feeling abandoned because of some emotional relationships from your past that you're just focusing on so much, it's stopping you from finding this new beautiful love here. This Two of Cups is soulmate energy in the tarot, but this person can't see it. It's behind, you know, because he needs to shift perception, shift his focus, or, you know, heal that part that was hurt, you know, deeply, in order to maybe perhaps send off these messages or be open to receiving passionate messages. Because if a person is so focused, you know, on the parts that haven't worked, they're not in the receptive mode to hear passionate new messages. Like Eight of Wands energy is here twice. It's on the table already. So look at this King of Swords. This is someone who's gotten their mind very made up, right? Very clear. And like I said, it could be a lawyer card as well. Let's clarify the King of Swords for Cancer. Who is the King of Swords? Why is the King of Swords here? Thank you. Oh, yeah. Wow. With the Ace of Swords on the bottom. What came out to clarify the King of Swords is the juggler, the Two of Pentacles. This is someone who is juggling you and another person. Right here, we see that other person, right? We're giving to two people here. here it is again. So the King of Swords is like, no, we're not gonna tolerate that. We're not gonna put up with that. Fuck out of here. King of Swords is definitely making a decision. He's very made up. He's made up in his mind, right? This represents our thoughts. We're making a decision here with this Ace of Swords to cut something out, is what it feels like. If you're dealing with someone who is juggling you, hell no, the King of Swords is going to put an end to that real quick. By whatever means is necessary, especially if you're dealing with somebody who's just, you know they're no good for you. So you got to do what you got to do here with that Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords represents truth and clarity and victory. Again, it does represent victory because you're deciding to cut out the bullshit, basically. And, when we choose one thing, that means we have to put down one of these two pentacles. Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here in Cancer's reading? Thank you, Spirit. Wow, the Nine of Swords with the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. So you have Eight of Swords on the table already, and now the Nine of Swords. From the Eight to the Nine of Swords, it's like a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of anxiety here. And honestly, with the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck, now the High Priestess is a deeply intuitive card. This is a card of spirituality, trusting the intuition to guide you and just knowing deep within you the right path, quieting the mind. And to be in High Priestess mode, you need to have a quiet mind. You can't be in High Priestess mode with a mind that's like this. Nine of Swords. So, meditation is wonderful for that. 10 minutes of deep breathing daily. Perhaps there's secrets too. And that's what's got somebody so anxious, because the High Priestess represents secrets. Let's get, why the Nine of Swords? Because the Eight of Swords is here too. So why so much anxiety? In Cancer's reading. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, wow. That's intense. That flipped in the deck, okay? And it's literally the next card that we were about to clarify, which there's just a lot of anxiety about sending off these messages. There's hella anxiety around receiving or delivering these messages. And those are known as the arrows of love. So that's like a passionate message as well. But here we have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. Interesting how Spirit does that. They're just clarifying that the anxiety is indeed about this here, sending off these passionate messages. There's a whole shit ton of anxiety surrounding that. And the only way to deal with anxiety is to get quiet and go within. I recommend 10 minutes of deep breathing every single day, and it quiets down the mind. Over time, it's a gradual process. You have to be consistent, do it daily. But the Hermit energy is all about leaving everyone else's opinion outside of yourself and going off and getting quiet and just listening within and seeking your healing and knowing your truth, that sort of thing. Quieting this anxious mind. 10 minutes of deep breathing every single day is the most amazing thing I've ever done for myself. Okay, I committed to the practice 4 years ago and I never miss a day. It's probably I consider it the most important. I won't start my day. Well, I have coffee first, but I won't get into the bulk of my day until I have accomplished that. It's that important. So let's look at this Knight of Pentacles. This is that offer coming in. Slow and steady approach. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow mover. So we already see that it's going to be a process. We already know it's taking, time. So the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of the knights. It's 1 foot in front of the next, building a very firm foundation, though, when you move slow like that. So, okay. Wow. So it looks like things want to pick up speed with the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest knight in the deck, and the Chariot coming out. Now, the Chariot, of course, is your energy, Cancer. That is the major arcana for your sign. But look what else came out. It's the Heartbreak. So it's like, perhaps we don't want to rush forward. We want to take our time because there's still some heartbreak to deal with. There's like, it's here twice. And 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups is here too. That's a need for healing. So that's probably why, the brakes are being put on here. And it's like, slow your roll. Like somebody wants to rush in, right? But they just be rushing in with a whole bunch of bullshit, just unhealed trauma. Basically, we all go through trauma. And then none of it is our fault, but our healing is our responsibility, So that's why Temperance is here. It's going to take time, and it is what it is. But obviously, we see that bliss is on the other side of this process, Cancer. So that's beautiful, right? It's like you get through this healing process. And now the Temperance energy is a card of angelic healing. This is angelic assistance or divine assistance. It's a spirit helping you in the process of healing. And if you're not the one carrying that hurt energy, you're not the one who needs, the healing here. Perhaps it's your person who wants to approach, but isn't really, because there's a need to do some healing work. Let's get you some Moonology. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Cancer, if you like the way I read the cards, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It would be so helpful for me. Gets it out there into the algorithms of YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you would like a private reading with me, the information is in the description box. Oh, what'd you get? Don't let your past hold you back. Oh, snap. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, this literally was your last card, Cancer. Your card, your major arcana, the Chariot. Don't let your past hold you back. This heartbreak here. Don't let your past hold you back. Look at that. That's amazing. Thank you, Spirit. What's on the bottom of the deck? Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Okay, let's get you some angels and ancestors. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you've watched, especially if you've watched until this point. Please hit the thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. What'd you get? High Priest, intend and create. Yeah, so have clear intentions, and that's how we're going to manifest our best life. Clear intentions on, what lights us up, what gets us happy again. With the Sun and the Ace of Wands, that to me is really feeling like, with the need to heal and the Hermit showing up, it's like focusing within yourself and really what makes you happy, Cancer? What lights you up? What fires you up? The Ace of Wands is fire energy. It's passion. The Sun, that's amazing. I mean, what lights you up and fires you up? What gets you excited again? Focus on that. Intend your energy towards a goal, and then you create your best life. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. And that is, wow, that's, that High Priestess energy and trusting the intuition. And Cancer, you have a lot of emotional power being a water sign. So that is your intuition, right? So anyway, that's what I have for you. Oh, let's get you some charms before I leave. This is for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. interesting. This little ice cream cone. Perhaps, you know, take yourself out for a sweet treat. It reminds me, honestly, to be honest with you, it reminds me of something a child would want, right? It's an ice cream cone. So a little kid. So what that tells me with, you know, the need for healing here that's on the table is talking to your inner child, asking your inner child, hey, what would you like to do today? The inner little boy or little girl inside of you, what would you like to do today? And you just start a dialogue, begin to build a bridge with the inner little child that is clearly hurt, probably. You know, there's some issues that need to be worked through. If you can make that little girl or little boy feel anchored and protected in the world, okay? So your other charm to come out was an anchor. And children need to feel safe and stable. You know, they need a sense of security, and perhaps Cancer, that was missing for you, you know, in some way. Or perhaps, you know, in your relationships, you have not been honored or respected. And, you know, so there is healing that needs to happen here is what I'm saying. And maybe just starting that inner dialogue with your little boy or little girl. And that's all I have for you today, Cancer. I hope it was helpful. And until next time, take it easy. Bye.